Give me more infectious. Move me.
Okay, so for this tutorial you're just going to need a few things. You're going to need a paper tip, disposable cups, a cutter, a scissors. You're also going to need a crochet pin. Of course, for your crocheting you're going to need a needle, and you will need this lighter and some nylon thread. Okay, you're going to cut the disposable cup. We need the opening of the, is it opening? Yes, we need the head of the cup, so you're going to trim it as close to the hard opening as you can. Okay, so just cut it like I'm doing. You need the hard part of it, like when you pick a disposable cup you see the hard opening like this. That's what we need. So for this particular style of the bag you need 14 of them. Okay, so go ahead and cut them like I am cutting. It doesn't have to be straight, your edges don't have to be straight, just cut it close to the hard part as much as you can. Okay, I don't know, I've been wanting to do this tutorial for months. I think somewhere around I guess last year, and I never got around to doing it because I was dreading the voiceover. My phone, it's a mess, so please pardon me if my voiceover isn't that clear either. I didn't make this video for that specific reason. Actually, I would have made it a long time ago. So go ahead and trim it. Like I said, you need 14 pieces of that for this particular style, so go ahead and do that. And then after that you're going to take your paper tip. My usual comment comes to play in here: cut as long as you can handle. If it's too short you'll be joining, which is fine, and if it's too long it's going to worry you, considering the fact that it's a tape, so it's going to be sticking to things. So you're going to just wrap the tape around what you just cut out of the disposable cup. So like I'm doing, you're just going to wrap the tape around it. Okay, and yes, this one doesn't also have to be straight, it's not going to be showing anyway. Just make sure that the disposable cup isn't showing. Okay, so if you can go around it twice, why not? I just went around it once, so just basically just wrapping it on, sticking it on the disposable cup. That's all you're going to do to all 14 of them. Okay, and take your time. If you think it's going to worry you, just be cutting it short and joining. Okay, it's a tape, it doesn't matter if you join it or not, it's not going to be showing. Just wrap it and make sure that the disposable cup isn't showing either. This is what is going to make it firm. Okay, this goes beyond hiding the cap, it's going to make it firm. So go ahead and wrap all 14 of them like this. Okay, just wrap the paper tape around all of it. Go ahead and do that. And now let's get to the next step, which is crocheting the nylon thread on it. Now with the nylon thread I'm going to fold it 4 times. So to get it around, I stretch it like my arm's width 3 times. Okay, 3 times. If I open my arms wide to the end, yeah, count that 3 times and then fold it to 4. You need to fold it to 4, if not your paper tape is going to be showing. Okay, so fold it to 4 like I am doing, like this. So that's how we're going to be working with it. 4, so 4 pieces. And if you have 4 different nylon threads, even better. Instead of folding it, you can just unroll all 4 of them and just put them together and be working. Okay, this is it. So now you're going to take your crochet pin. So I am using 3 millimeters, okay, but you can use whatever you have around, and we're going to work with just single crochets all around, very close to each other, making sure that, see, have double crochet, it's not going to work. It's going to be hard to bring out, so we're going to be working with single crochets. If you don't know how to make single crochets, I have a video on how to make simple crochet patterns, so try and check it out. So with single crochets, we're going to crochet all around this. You have to be pulling your thread very tight, if not it's going to be loose, and once it's loose, it's not nice. Remember, it's nylon thread, which is already very slippery. Working on a paper a paper tape, which is also very slippery, okay, so you have to take your time. So I'm just going to do this all around. There's no special skill here, okay, just single crochets all around, making sure that they are very close to each other so that it's covering the paper tape as much as possible. Okay, so take your time. Depending on the crochet pin you're going to use, it will determine how thick your work is going to be, or how thin it's going to be. The aim is to make sure that the paper is covered by the nylon thread, that's all. So I'm basically just making single crochets all around like this. There are times even I will pull and it won't come through and I have to do it again, so please take your time so you can do it. Okay, so towards the end like this. Okay, so this is our last single crochet. Now we're going to put the crochet pin in the beginning single crochet that we made. Okay, the first single crochet that we made, we're going to push our needle through it like this, and then we're going to pick our thread and pull it through. Okay, so we're going to pull the thread through the first single crochet that we made to the last single crochet that we made like this. Now if we leave it, it's going to undo, so we're going to go to the next second, okay, the second single crochet, yes, the second single crochet that we made, and we're going to pull the thread through it again like this. Now if we pull very hard, now it's very firm and secure, it's not going to come undo, and that is basically all. So that's how we're going to go about doing all the remaining 13. When you get to this point, you can cut off the excess thread to this close, not very close and not very long, and then you're going to use your lighter. Okay, here it's the reason for the lighter. The lighter is to burn off the excess nylon like this, and then press it at the back. Okay, at the back of the work that we just did, you're going to be pressing the melted nylon at the back. Now after doing this to all your 14, you're going to thread up your needle, of course with the same nylon, single thread. Okay, not double, single thread. So we're going to thread up our needle, and then we're going to create the spider webs. So this is me threading up my needle. You're going to put your needle where you made your burning of the excess thread. That's where we're going to put it like this. Now you're going to leave small of it hanging, and then you're going to you're going to pass your needle through a couple of single crochets You see, as I pull, it's pulling out. So if you don't pass it through a couple of single crochets to make sure that it's very firm, it's not going to work. You're going to pull and it's going to come off. So I'm basically passing it through a couple just to make sure that it's very firm. See, now that I'm pulling, it's not coming off. Good, it means it's done, it's firm. So now I'm just going to be creating the spider webs. I don't know how to explain this, so I'll just show you. Okay, I'll count 2 single crochets, put my thread through it, and then crisscross to the other end. Okay, and count 2 single crochets and put an elbow through like this. What am I saying? So just watch. 1, 2, put it through like this, and then to the other side 1, 2, put the needle through like that. And then when you pull, when you pull, it's going to create a crisscross, you see, like that. Good. Let's do it again. 1, 2, put your needle through like this. And then to the other side. So you're going to be putting it 2 single crochets from this side to the other side. I don't know how to explain it, I'm sorry. So maybe you should just watch and then you get it. And you have to be very careful. Nylon thread tangles up a lot. It loves to tangle up. So if your thread is too long, it's going to be worrying you. So I'm basically just doing the same thing and creating the web. Okay, so basically just do that and create the web. Okay, so from one side to the other, from one side of the thread, count 2 single crochets and then put it through and go to the other side of the other side like this, count 2 single crochets and put your needle through. So that's basically all that you do to create the web. And you can actually space it how you want. If you don't want the spacing as wide as my own, you can do it one single crochet apart instead of 2 single crochets. And if you want it wider, you can do it like 3 single crochets apart instead of 2. So it's my web. When you get to the end like this, you want to pass your needle through a couple of single crochets to make sure that it's secure and it will come and do once you leave it. So you're going to go ahead and do the same thing to all 14 of them. Okay, so I'm going to show you once again how I go about covering the paper tape with single crochets, and then we'll just speed towards the next step. Okay, whilst doing that, make sure that they are very close to each other and your paper is not showing in front. It's going to be okay if it's showing at the back, but in front it shouldn't be showing. Okay, once you finish, you will realize that it's showing at the back, but in front it should show as little as possible. So basically you just put your crochet pin through, pull your thread out and pull another thread through. That's a single crochet. Okay, so go ahead and do that. When you get to the end, put your crochet pin in the first single crochet that you made, the first chain, and then pull your thread through from the first chain to the last one that you just made, and that ends the work. And then to secure it, you pass it through the second chain, pull it through, and that's it. So that's basically how you cover it. Here you put it through the first chain of the single crochet like this. Sorry, I hadn't realized this had gone offline. So just to show you well, I'll cut off the excess thread and show you. Okay, so here, and then you pull it through like this all the way to the last one you just did. You have this. Now you need to secure it. So the next single crochet like this, and then you're going to pull it through and make sure that your thread is at the back. Okay, at the back where the paper tape is showing a lot, that's where your thread is hanging from. Now you're going to cut off the excess, bend it off like this, bend it off, and then you can just create your web on it. Voiceovers are hard. I have so many tutorials that I want to do. My phone is not favoring me, and I'm dreading the voiceovers too, so hence the reason why you haven't been seeing tutorials of late. So thread up your needle and go ahead and create your web. Once again, if you put your needle through, put it through the back where you just made the bending like this. Leave a tip of the thread just so that it doesn't pull through completely like this, and then pass your needle through a couple of crochets, okay, so you can make your work firm. If not, if you pull to make your web, it's going to come undone. Let me show you. See, it's not firm enough. You see, as I pulled, it's gotten shorter. It means it will have pulled through. See, so I'm going to make a couple more just to make sure that it's very firm. Okay, now it's very firm, and then I'll pull my thread against like this in the middle, pull it through. Now I've created the beads. Count 2 single crochets to the left, put my needle through, cross it to the other side, count 2 single crochets to the left, and pull it through. Now that's it's how you just make your web. Okay, so try it and let's see how it goes. I'm sorry I'm not able to explain it well, but I'm hoping that just by watching you're able to do it. This is one of my best-selling bags, so I'll be happy if you're actually able to do it. It'll be fun. So after doing it, you move to the next step. So go ahead, crochet all 14 of them and create your webs on all of them. Okay, making sure that your webs are as similar as possible, like the spacing between your webs are as similar as possible. Okay, the spacing shouldn't be different from each other. They should all be the same spacing. So if you used 1, you're going to be using 1 on all of them. If you use 2, you're going to be using 2 on all of them. Okay, so this is me securing my thread and we're done. Go ahead and do that to all the rest. Okay, I'm used to doing it with a carton of my excess threads. So here, now you're going to be joining them 2 2. Okay, they are circles. It doesn't matter which parts you put against each other, it's still going to turn out the same. So I'm going to put these 2 against each other like this. So from one single crochet to another like this. It doesn't matter which parts you put together, it's always turn out the same. Now you're going to be passing your needle only through the single crochets. Okay, only through your your chains at the top. So you'll be passing through the chains at the top. Pass first through 5 chains. Okay, 5 chains like this. So 5 chains. When you get to the 5th chain, you're going to double it. I mean, you're going to pass the needle through it like 3 or 4 times. Then you move back. Okay, you're going to move back to where you began, passing the needle through the same chains that you passed it through to get to the other end. So you're going to be passing it through like that. Now remember, you made 5 towards your left hand. That's if you are right-handed. You made 5 stitches towards. Now when you get to the end where you began, you're going to add 2 more stitches. Okay, so 2 more chains from where we began. So this is my first added one, like this. So it's going to be a total of 7 chains, okay, like this. So this is how you're going to join them, all of them. So go ahead and join all 14 of them into pairs like this. So pair them, all 14 of them, pair them like that, and then we will proceed to the next step.
Give me more infectious. Give me more infectious. Move me.
So at some point it's going to get very hard to push your needle through your work, so take your time and push it gently so that you don't end up breaking yourself like I did. Yes, when I started making these bags I used to break myself a lot, so please take your time so that you don't break yourself. So go ahead and join all of them like this, and then from there we'll continue. Okay, I'm going to do the rest of them off camera because it's going to be very tedious to try to do all of them on camera. So I'll do them off camera and then come and we'll do the next step. Oh, and me turning my thread to that side, that is me trying to save thread. Okay, it's nothing special, that's just me trying to save thread and not waste my thread. So here we are. Now we're going to move to the next step of joining a pair. Okay, so this pair, we're going to join them together to make one. So now we're going to have 2 of the circles in one. No, sorry, 4 of them in one actually. So this pair and this pair together. So we'll join this side of this to this side. Sorry. So this is how we're going to go about it, right? And remember I said they are circles. So whichever hole you start with, it's not going to matter. Like whichever chain you start with, it's not going to matter. Just align them like that, and then that's it. So as usual, you're going to stitch through about 6 chains. Okay, 6 chains to one side, and then you're going to, on your last chain, you're going to pass your needle through it like 2-3 times, and then you move backwards towards where you began. Okay, so pass your needle through it a couple of times to make sure that it's very firm and secure. So you can go through it 3-4 times. I only just go back once, and that is very firm enough. It's nylon thread, so it's already very firm anyway. So pass your needle through it like that and secure it. If your needle is still too long like mine and you don't like to waste thread, you can just pass it through a couple of stitches to the other side of your circle. Okay, go ahead and do the same thing for the other side, like this. Sorry, I ended up sorry. So we're going to go ahead and stitch that side too, but then I have an excess thread I wanted to use, so here I'll show you how to join a new thread in case you don't have an excess thread. Okay, thread your needle, connect it to one side of it like this, and then pass it through a couple of chains, I mean stitches. When I say chains, I mean stitches actually. Pass it through a couple of them to make sure that it's secure and firm. When you pull and it's not coming off, it means it's secure. Then you can just connect the other circle to it just by repeating the same pattern. So we're going to go and do this. So at this particular pairing, we're going to do 2 of it. So joining a pair together, we're going to do 2 of that. That's going to be the front and the back of the bag. Okay, so after this, you pair another one, like you join another pair together to have 4 circles in one. Yes, so we'll do 2 of that.
Give me more infectious. Give me more infectious. Move me.
So I went ahead and did the other one off camera, so go ahead and do your second one, and we have it like this. Okay, remember we made 14 circles, so this is a total of 8. 8. So we still have 6 left, 6 which we've already paired, so we have 3 pairs. At this point you can cut off all the excess threads you have, because once you join it, it's going to be harder to cut them off since they are already inside. They are going to be inside of the bag, so cut them off and then bend them like I am doing. You have to be careful with the bending, or you end up bending your whole bag. Okay, so not getting the flames very close to your web. That is the easiest place to burn off. I learned the hard way during the time I was making them at the beginning, actually. So keep your flame away from your web, cut off your excess threads, bend them, and then we're going to now connect all the other sizes to make a whole bag. So we'll have to find a way of joining this front to the back. So we'll start with one side. It doesn't matter which one you pick, they are all the same anyway. Now I'm going to connect a pair to it like this. See, it doesn't matter which part you connect it to, actually. Remember, they are all circles, they are all the same. So thread up your needle and just pick a side and connect your pair. Of course, secure your thread and then you can just join it like this. Okay, take your time. It's going to be moving around once it's your first try. So just once you put your needle through 2 times, it's going to be secure enough for you to work through. So take your time. One and then 2, and you're going to see that it's secure enough to work through and leave it. Okay, so we're going to join all of those sides. You see there are 2 sides facing the work right now, so we're going to join that side and the other side. Voiceover is tiring, so I'm just going to keep quiet and let you watch. So after joining that side, if your thread is still too long, send it to the edge where you'll be joining another one anyway. So now we have this. Okay, we're going to pick another one. Still this side, it doesn't matter where you put it. Okay, you can put it wherever you want and then join it. So now you have 3 joinings to do. Okay, you have 3 joinings to do. You see that, right? So you're going to join all those sides together, thread up your needle and just join them using the same joining process you used right from the beginning. So join one side first. It makes it secure to be able to do the rest easier. So just going to join the side like this. Also, be sure to make sure that as you're working, your thread hasn't tangled up at some point, because if it tangles up at some point, it means your whole joining is loose and it's going to come undue at some point. It means your bag won't last. That's what I mean. So always secure your edges, like the beginning and the end, always pass it through a couple of times. Now it's secure, so you have these 2 sides to join. Go ahead and join those sides too. I don't know why I'm finding making the voiceover harder than I found making the bag. Talking is hard. Anyway. So you can already see the shape of our bag coming together and looking all cute and nice. Yes. So at this point we are almost done. So it's basically a repeated pattern from this point on, really. Just joining and joining and joining. It's a repeated pattern. So now we're going to join this side, okay? And then when we join that side, it's secure, and then we're going to take the last pair that is left. Okay. So my thread is too long to cut off, so I'm just putting it through a couple of stitches towards the other end. So stitch the side together, okay? And then after that, you're going to join your last pair.
Give me more affection.
So that side is secure. Now comes in our last pair. So with this last pair, you can put it here or you can put it at the other side. It doesn't really matter. We have two outlets left anyway. And it circles because they are circles and they are the same shape. It doesn't matter where you put it. So we're going to put this here. Okay, and now I'm going to take the last four and join that too. So you're going to join every opening, like every point where a circle connects to another circle, you join in it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera cuts. I can't deal with the stress on camera, so I'll do that off camera and then come and we'll go ahead and then do the next step. So this is how our bag is going to end up looking like. You're going to pick your cutter and cut off every excess thread that you have very close, because at this point you're not going to be doing any bending again. So just cut off every excess thread that you have, and this is what our bag is looking like. Of course, I leave a few strands on the last four circles for the handle. And that is it. This is basically our bag, guys. Cute, I know, it's cute. You should actually see it in person. Maybe when you do make one, you see how cute it is. Now let's go ahead and make the handle. Now at this point you can just go ahead and use beads to make the hand, but I am going to crochet the handle. So if you want to make the handle with me, stick around and let's make the handle together if you want to use a crochet handle. Okay, sorry. So first I'm going to start off by making chains. I made a chain of 55. Okay, I made 55 chains, of course still using my 3mm crochet hook. I made a chain of 55. Now after the chain of 55, I'm going to go through every single chain with single crochet. Okay, so this is my chain of 55. Now I'm going to go through this chain of 55 with single crochets. So put your needle through, pull through like this, put it through the next stitch, pull out, pull through, next stitch, pull out, pull through, next stitch, pull out, pull through. That's basically all I'm going to do, okay, for this row. So the first row, it's a row of single crochets. After the chain, first row of single crochets. Then the second row, it's going to be a second row of double crochets. Yes, in every stitch, double crochet in every stitch on the second row. And then the third row is going to be a repeat of this one, single crochets. And then the next one is going to be double crochet, single crochet, and then double crochet. So single crochets like this all the way to the end, like this. Okay, so now it's ended. We're going to make a chain one, turn our work, and then we're going to make single crochets, double crochet through it all. So double crochet through every single crochet like this. So a double crochet, yarn over, put it through like this, pull out. Now you have 3 stitches, pull through 2, pull through 1, go in, go out, pull through 2, pull through 1. Okay, that's how we're going to go through this next row. And then the next one is going to be a repeat of the first one, which is single crochets. And then the next one is going to be a repeat of this one, which is double crochet. So the handle is made up of single crochets and double crochet. So first row single crochet, second row double crochet, third row single crochet, fourth row double crochet, fifth row single crochet, and sixth row double crochet, and then we're done. Okay, so go ahead and just do that. If you don't know how to make single crochets, I advise you watch a tutorial that has in-depth detail on how to make single and double crochets, and then you can now make this bag handle. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and then do that and show you the outcome.
Give me more infectious. Give me more infectious. Move me. Give me more infectious. Move me.
So this is how it's going to look at the end. So we're going to fold that, okay, like this, and then we're going to use our needle to stitch that together like this. And that's it, our handle, guys. So to make sure that this is firm and it doesn't come undone, we're going to pull it through a stitch from the other side, the first stitch of the other side like this, and then we have this. But this thread is too long to cut off, so I'm just going to cut off a few of them and then use the same thing to stitch it close. So basically I'm just going to stitch it close to get my handle. Okay, of course I'll show you like this. And no, we're not going to be binding anything. We're going to take our needle, and then with the remaining thread, still too long, I'll cut half of it. With the remaining thread, we'll thread up our needle like this, and then we're going to stitch the edges together, making sure that the beginning stitch, right from the beginning, we stitch like 4 or 5 times to make sure it's secure and it doesn't come undone.
Give me more
So go ahead and make 2 of that. So I already made the other one offline. You go ahead and make the same pattern, same measurements offline like this. And now we're just going to join it to the bag like this. And of course, we're going to use the same joining processes we used to join the rest of the circles together, and we're going to use that to join this.
Give me more infectious. Move me. infectious. Give me more infectious.
So once you're done like this, we're going to go ahead and cut off all excess threads and make sure that no thread is showing. And that is it, guys. Our bag is ready. You're going to just go ahead and pop in your lining. If you don't know how to make the lining, let me know in the comment section. I will show you how to make it, or you can just buy the jewelry bags from bead sellers in the color of your choice and just pop it in like this, guys. This is how our spiderweb bags are made, and the bag is done. Thank you so much for watching. I'm very grateful. I appreciate it. I know it's not the best of quality, yet you still watch it anyway. Thank you.